Hello, everybody, and today we're going to cover two movies, When Harry Met Sally and Groundhog's Day. And we're going to also talk about the importance that ads play in these movies, because I watch them both on like a normal TV station with regular advertisements, generally every 10 minutes. And I'm going to talk about how that affected the viewing experience in positive ways. Okay, Groundhog Day. We got Bill Murray, and going into this movie, I was thinking to myself, I don't see how this is gonna work because I can't relate to this character. Like I've never had to experience waking up multiple times in a Pennsylvania city, and falling in love with women named Linda and Rita because I don't even know anyone named Linda or Rita, so I was very concerned on how I would be able to connect to this character. But the advertisements that played every 10 minutes kind of gave me an insight into this man's life, having to repeat the same day over and over again, and me having to repeat a small 5 minute segment multiple times over the course of 2 hours. So it kind of gave me some empathy for the character that I probably wouldn't have got in the theater. In the theater, I probably would have said, I don't know anyone named Rita, I can't relate to this guy, and then just left, after the movie, not think much. But the ads gave me time to reflect and some empathy. For example, the TGI Fridays endless appetizers. Apparently, you get endless appetizers for $10. Just hearing the word endless over and over again, and thinking about this guy's situation, how he kind of has endless days. Much like the endless appetizers. I don't know how much it costed him, possibly doubt $10. I'd expect a little more than that. But, it gave me some empathy into this guy's life. And I really thought the ads played a crucial role in the film. Here's an example for one of the ads that also caught my eye. Let's see what they had to say. This also ties into Harry Met Sally.
My sensitive bladder. Sound familiar?
Sound familiar, she says. Sound familiar. I think this was strategically placed in every ad break because, this guy's day is very familiar. He's seen the same things every time again. And I also thought it helped Harry Met Sally because in that scene where they're like, I'll have what she's having, I don't want to have what this lady is having. So, you kind of have that contradiction that you don't normally have in the movie, because it's a very simple message in the movie that you want what she's having, one-sided. But this kind of flips the message on its head. You got two angles. So I think this was a very useful ad. Yeah, I'd recommend checking out the whole thing on YouTube. Always discreet incontinence pads for sensitive bladder ad. I'd recommend checking that. So, we got Harry Met Sally over here. It takes place over 12 years, but the movie's only a little hour and a half long or so. So I thought that was naturally a problem. But when you have ads, you probably have like 12 ad breaks. So, it's kind of a year per ad break. And I really thought it helped make the movie feel like a complete journey. Because when you have all these time skips, when you have like a time skip, but you have an advertisement in between it, and you get to hear about these ads are always changing, so it actually makes it feel like some time went by because you yourself had a time skipped and some time to adjust, because like you aren't the same person that you were 5 minutes ago before knowing about TGI Fridays endless apps. I sure know I wasn't. So I think you also, since you aren't the same person, you go into this new section of the movie after that 5 minute break, and you're inclined to believe that these characters aren't the same people, which they definitely aren't. So I think that definitely helps the movie. All I have to say there. Speaking of ads, here's some ads for some upcoming stuff I'd like to do. Why is Bugs Bunny have Matrix stuff behind him? You probably know, but the answer may shock you. And here we have a War and Peace from the hit kids movie Sky High. He will not be up against Burger King, but that is a placeholder and an advertisement, so I felt like it's appropriate. And, our last point, there was a Panera ad that, grinded my gears a little bit. As you can see in this part, it says, Panera food as it should be. And I thought that was pretty arrogant of Panera, saying that they know how food should be, and suggesting that other like Panera has some like divine mandate of heaven, kind of taking inspiration from Han China. I thought that was pretty arrogant of them. I mean, speaking of Han China, like who's to say are eating dogs? Is that food it should be? Because I mean, Panera, that's a quite a wide audience that they're leaving out. They're saying that they choose who lives, they choose who dies, they choose what is food, and they choose what isn't food. So I thought that was an interesting attack they had, and doesn't really have anything to do. But I thought that as a video by itself wouldn't make much sense. So there you have it. I think Groundhog's Day. The ads give you the empathy. Harry Met Sally, the ads help with the time skips, and Panera, the ads just show you the arrogance. There you have it, folks.